All right. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Reali-Tea with me, your host Yuli, and this is your one-stop shop for all things reality television. Today, as you can tell from the title, I will be recapping some of the Baddies episodes, Baddies Africa, and I'm joined by a very, very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, peoples. Hey, all the people in the world. No, just kidding. But hey, guys, I'm Chutavion, also known as Bae.
Yes, for those of you who didn't know, this is my boyfriend. So yeah, I'm excited. We religiously watch Baddies every Sunday together.
Yeah. The crazy thing, I didn't even watch Baddies. Never, like I will see clips like online and like on Twitter and stuff, but I never really was that invested until Ulises introduced me to it. And then like at first it was a little, I was like, this is a lot. And then like as I got more into the show, I was like, okay, maybe I live for the tea. I don't know.
Yeah, no. So it's funny because we watched. What was the first season we watched? It was Midwest that we watched together, right? That was like the first.
Yeah,
one.
that was the first one we watched together. But I think I started watching it like with you when you started Caribbean, because I think it just was like coming out.
Oh yes. It was definitely Caribbean that we started together, and then we watched Midwest all the way through. But then you went back and watched the earlier seasons by yourself.
I did. I literally finished it all throughout like Christmas break. Like even before Christmas break was over, and I finished all the earlier seasons.
And I guess from all the shows and the iterations that have come out, which one happens to be your favorite?
I don't know. I go back and forth between South and West. I feel like between those two, those are probably like my favorite. But if I had to choose one, I would say South, only because I guess I'm biased because I'm from the South, and and honestly, I just feel like it was just better as far as like just the actual show and who was involved in everything.
Yeah, no, I definitely missed that cast. That cast was like, that cast was kind of perfect.
Yeah, it was a good cast.
And that's when we get the iconic introduction from Natalie. This my bitch Scotty, she from the South. Scotty's like, hey, I'm from the South.
I'm ready to turn you bitches up, turn you girls up. Krishan was like,
Krishan and Rolly look at each other like hella crazy. No, and then look at them now, besties.
No, literally. But look, that growth.
Right. That's what Baddies is about. It's about growth.
Right. You know, handling your business and then being able to move on and be besties or associates in some cases.
Right.
Or when they say co-workers.
So what do you think of Baddies Africa so far?
So far, I feel like I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's a lot interesting and a lot more different compared to the previous seasons with how they started the show. I feel like we're kind of getting a slower introduction to who the new girls are, which is a lot more interesting this time around. Because I feel like in the previous seasons, like it was kind of that aspect of it was shown a little bit more. So I feel like it's an interesting new approach to the show. But overall, I like it so far.
Yeah, no. I was kind of surprised that they let them go outside the country.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking. And it's so crazy that they chose Africa to be the first place that they go to. I mean, you know, as they should, but
right.
You know, that's
it's very, very pro-black. But you know,
right.
it's just
you know,
like, oh my god,
Black Network,
Right.
But
no, I also do like this season. I think so far, like, what is it, like, we're episode 5, episode 6 in now, like, it has had some of the best opening episodes, I would say, throughout like, the whole franchise altogether. I think these new girls, like, they really are coming and standing on business. Like,
they definitely are.
Even if they're getting their ass whooped, like, you know,
okay. It's by principle at this point.
They don't care about what it is. They love to say win, lose, or draw. Okay, I'm in the paint.
Exactly.
But no, it's. I think this is a great start of the season. I do like some of these new ladies. Some of them I do not really enjoy as much as I do some of the other ones, but I guess we can start diving into some of the ladies that are on the season. And the first girl that I have for us is Miss Tavy Baby. What do you think of just this promo photo? Like, what do you think of the photo?
The outfit was a choice. But I mean, I like the pose. I would say like the pose and everything that she got going. Like, I feel like it's very her, like with her attitude on the show.
Okay, yeah, no, the outfit is not really giving Africa, which is what I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, like it's not on theme.
It's giving that she kind of went to go fight.
Yeah, like she ready.
Right.
She forgot about the Africa part. It's straight bad.
No, facts. But she's mugged. I love the hair. But so far, like on the show, I think she's one of the heavy hitters, and she's like definitely proving herself. She just went head up with 3 girls, like straight up.
Hey,
like,
back to back.
back to back. Like she's with the shits for real. So and then she also fought Diamond, right? So
Diamond,
then like
yes, on the bus. That was so crazy. Mink.
And they fought by the pool. Yeah. But I'm kind of excited to see like what else. Like,
what is it? Win, lose, or draw. So.
But yeah, no, I'm kind of more excited to see like what else she's gonna be bringing this season. I like what she's presenting so far. Like she's making herself known. Like
Yeah, and I feel like she's very individual, like in the show too, and I really like that. Like specifically like the interactions that she had when she moved her room. Yeah. And she was wanting to be with like the big 3. I found it very interesting with the interaction between her and Dolly, because Dolly was like, "Oh, so you got to pick a side, X, Y, and Z," and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna pick a side. That's not what I do. I'm here to be neutral. I'm here to feel out what the vibe is." And I really enjoyed like that authentic like moment interaction like with her.
Right, and I also like that she stayed in the room. Nobody was trying to fight her.
You see nobody. Right, I say nobody was gonna push her.
But yeah, no, I also liked the fact that she was kind of standing up for Elsie. Who happens to be our next girl. But what I love so much about it was just like she kind of kept telling Elsie, she's like, "Fight, girl, head up, head up, head up."
Your head up. And then poor Elsie just head down. I don't even know if it's more like trying to.
Oh yeah, she said.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, our next girl is LCK. She's the African Baddie from the season.
Got it.
What do you think of Miss Elsie, and what is she bringing this season?
She's very different. As the African Baddie. But I like it just because she is so like different from the girls. I feel like that's what makes her a little bit more unique, like in the show, is just because of how different she is, and the fact that she actually is from Africa too. So I feel like that's also good that she's representing.
So you're saying different? Is this like a good different or a bad different?
It depends on how you use it.
How are you using it?
Well, I'm trying to stay neutral, so I'm gonna say it's a very, like I said, unique, different personality, especially when she was very angry when she was fighting. Was it K Rican? Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm really curious to like what else to see what else she has to like to bring to the show. Other than crashing out.
No, she's definitely a character. I was actually kind of excited because I thought she's definitely been popping her shit in the confessional. So I was like, oh, she really finna come turn this bitch out. But I'm just like, no, girl, they're turning you out. Like,
okay, but great confessional gangster,
Yeah,
down,
no,
so.
for real. And No, what gagged me was when she fought K Rican again in the room in this past episode, and K Rican put off that wig. She's like, "Get this synthetic shit out of here."
Oh yes, that was so funny. Oh my gosh! But she tried. She tried.
No, she's definitely trying, and I feel like a couple more lessons with Tavy, and I feel like she'll be set. Like
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Sort of, kind of.
But no, I have a video for us to watch if you want to click that link real quick. But this was something that she posted a little bit after the episode had aired.
Okay. Unique.
So, do we agree with the sentiment posted? Is she Zeus's heavy hitting?
Heaviest hitter? What do we mean by heaviest?
Like, is she up there with like Tasiki and like
maybe the inverse of that?
Oh. So she's she's Zeus's biggest ass whooping. Yeah, what you saying?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Like ass is handed on the silver platter every time.
No, it's like kind of sad. I hate to see my sister fight.
Literally, like it's not even fair at that point.
No. And I'm happy she close to home, so if she really needs to, she could just leave, child. Like,
okay. She got the insurance in the state already. Like, she good. Or not state, the country. Oh my god.
The country, yeah. No, I hope so. Child. She over there talking about $100K being in her bank account. I hope she got at least some type of insurance.
Okay.
Because she gonna need it.
A lot of it.
But yeah, so the next girl that we have is Ivory. Ivory is one of the newer baddies to the show.
I think you mean Big Ivory.
Oh,
okay?
Big Ivory. Big Ivory. Yeah.
What'd you say? Not the little one.
But yeah, she's one of the newer baddies. Like, and what do you think of Ivory? Like, so far, it's just coming from Now That's TV. Like, I personally didn't watch any of the Now That's TV shows, but like, just kind of seeing her on Zeus, and like I guess you can see some type of growth, like, in her.
Mm-hmm.
I've been liking to see how like she's been developing just like herself, and you can definitely tell like she's in it for like the long run.
Yeah, I seen a clip on Twitter about her actually in the show, like her transition from Now That's TV to like Zeus currently now, and I feel like just even like in her like introduction to herself has kind of like evolved like throughout that time too. So even seeing her from last season when she was first introduced in Midwest to now, I feel like she's shown like a lot of growth, and I really like that she got Summer like finally for real this time. So that was also funny. Well, not funny, but something.
Yeah. Well, no, I do like her. And I think I don't know if I saw the same video, but I seen something just like her transition and like growing up on TV and stuff like that, because she's not that old. Like, she's like not that much older than us. I feel like she's probably our age, or if not younger, you know?
I think she is around our age.
So it's cool. I love seeing like people our age like kind of like do well for themselves, like, especially she's in the reality TV world. She knows kind of who she is and like what she brings to the table. And one thing I love is a baddie who knows herself.
Exactly.
Because what did Biggie say? A baddie knows her time and place.
Okay. And that definitely is what she does, like, for real. And I feel like she definitely standing on, like, we already know Ivory was gonna be standing on business coming into the show, and I feel like that's just something she's also been very consistent with throughout the seasons too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see what kind of she's gonna bring this season, because it doesn't give that she has too much like drama with any of the ladies, So I wonder if this is gonna be like her chill season, or like is she the new Tasiki where the girls don't want to try her? Like, I don't know.
But honestly, with the select group of cast, I don't feel that they would be as like I guess scared in a way of Ivory as they would be of Tasiki. Like, you know, like with Tasiki, like nobody wanted to start beef. They had to bring girls in from who knows even where to come in and bring beef in with Tasiki. So, like, I feel like she's maybe not there yet. Like this season, like I don't feel like any of the new girls yet definitely wouldn't like try nothing or be on that.
It seems like they respect her a little bit, huh?
Yeah, definitely. But as far as like the OGs, yeah, like I feel like it's still fair game a little bit there.
Yeah,
we know with Summer for sure. She don't care.
she got the smoke for Summer anytime. She really
no,
do.
literally.
But that leaves us with our next girl, called Killa. She's the newer baddie also on this season. Okay, I kind of have a hot take. She's definitely giving confessional gangster.
Yeah. She's like. No, I was gonna say something.
Like I feel like she. What is it? Kevin also. This is one of my favorite things that Kevin says. He says, people are history revisionists, and I feel like she's definitely one of like those history revisionists.
Exactly. Especially when she talks about her fight scene, and I'm like, girl, if you
like, girl, we're literally watching you do your confessional as we're watching you get your ass beat.
Are we watching the same clip? Or
because if 2 + 2 is 4, if 5 + 5 is 10, then what the fuck is this? Because
why is this equaling 20? Because it's not.
It's not adding up. But overall, like I think she's entertainment. Like I think she has a personality, which I do enjoy.
Yeah.
And I do like when she does admit that she got her ass handed to her, because she did it in one of her fights, and I think it was with what is it, with Diamond. She was like, damn, that bitch was top heavy. Like, I thought she was gonna be like, she was like, no, she was bing. Like, and I thought that was funny, because I was like, okay, cool. That's like, she knows how to take the punch and like actually roll with it. You feel me? But some of the other fights, she's like, you're like, okay, hold on.
No, literally, I was like, oh, girl. Yeah, we gonna need you in the lessons with Elsie.
No,
Tommy, I think you need one more student.
But what else do you think about her? Like, do you have any other thoughts or? Like...
I feel like she has it, like, other than like the beef, I haven't really seen like what else she has like really to give. So, and I feel like that's kind of how it is with a lot of the new girls right now. Like, I still feel like we still trying to get a sense of who they are and like what they can kind of bring to the show, especially like with a lot of the other baddies that we have seen like come back to back seasons. So I'm curious to like what's something new that the new girls are gonna bring that's so different from like what we have been seeing from some of the OGs that we have coming back.
Yeah, no. I'm definitely. I feel like she's gonna be like a slow burn, or like But honestly, if I'm being so real, I don't know if she's gonna last another season. Like, I feel like
I couldn't. I don't think so either.
Like, unless she does something like really, really crazy this season, like I don't see it for our good sis. Like, I feel like she's like a one and done.
Yeah, it's like a little what were they called? The replacements. So is it?
Yeah. It's definitely giving like replacement vibe.
Yeah.
But like Elsie, I could see her being a one and done, but I feel like Zeus might keep her. Like, just for like shits and gigs.
Yeah. I feel like she actually she brings like an actual character like to the show, so I feel like it's something. Like I said, she's very unique and different.
No, she's definitely.
But entertaining.
Yeah,
definitely.
Right. Nonetheless, right. But yeah, no. For as far as Cold Killer, like I don't know. Like I just
slow burn maybe, like you said.
I'll see her through. I'll see her through. Well, we can move on to the next.
Maybe.
Just something, She gonna do her big one if she wants to.
Yeah.
But our next lady is gonna be Russian Cream, and she's a baddie.
Okay. She's bad.
She looks good. A baddie.
She definitely looks good.
Yeah, no, she's
tins across the board.
Face. God, face God of a decline. My God. Yeah, no. She's definitely taking it. But she's also, it's interesting because as bad as she is, she's definitely one of the baddies that's like kind of fading in the background.
Yeah, I can see that too, but I am really curious to see like how this Rolly beef plays out with her, because I know like there is something stirring between like her and Rolly, especially I could tell during the interaction that they had on the couch in this last episode that just dropped. So I'm curious to see like how that unfolds and like what she kind of can do with that, because like if you start beef with Rolly, I feel like you
got your in.
Yeah, okay, like if you can kind of somehow like keep it going and like just create like a storyline out of that, I feel like she would kind of secure her spot to come back, definitely.
Yeah, but the real question is, do she want Rolly's hands? Because Rolly got them hands.
Okay.
BBL and all, she'll have some stitches pop. Okay.
And it don't matter because she gonna get in that paint every time.
No, I love me some Rolly, but she's just one of those girls I'm just interested to see what else she's gonna bring, because it kind of right now, just based off of also with like Cold Killer and what is it, K-Rican, right? It was the three of them having that problem with the other big three, and that's kind of where like I feel like everybody just kind of fell in line versus them having their own beast with everybody else. Like, it gave Cold Killer had a problem with Bad Dolly, and that's the reason why she fought her. And then she also had a problem with Summer because Cold Killer was the one who called Summer Winter. So
oh yeah. Trying to protect her friend,
right? And then that's when Russian Cream came into the picture, because she was just butting in and she was just helping, like, so
oh no, yeah, because wasn't it the Elsie thing when she was like K-Rican had said that she called her weird or something like
exactly,
they all were talking about how she was,
and then what is it, and then Russian Cream also jumped into that fight with K-Rican to fight Elsie. So then so it just gives that she's kind of like just picking and choosing, like, it doesn't give that she's kind of standing for herself. Well, not just yet, so hopefully she can do something with Rolly, because that would be kind of interesting to see, because I want to see Rolly activated. I haven't seen her activated in a minute now.
No, for real. Like, I feel like the stuff with Slim, like, okay, never mind. I'll say that and wait for yeah.
But yeah, no. I'm kind of excited to see what she's gonna bring. Right now, she's not really bringing too much. We're kind of 6 episodes in. Hopefully, she can pull something out.
I know, and it's crazy that like we're that far in, and it's like, we only like, I still feel like it's pretty surface level with the new girl. So like that's why I'm really interested to see what else comes.
Right. But
honestly, I would say one little side segue. I feel like the only reason why we have seen less is just because I feel like the beefs from last season weren't settled, so it was like a lot of resolving of that, so we can actually like get to Africa.
Right, because I feel like this new episode is gonna be the first time where we're actually like doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to see more of them this coming episode. But anywho, that leads us to our next lady is Miss K-Rican, the woman of the hour.
Miss Motherfucker, and then that little bit hard. I'm like, girl, what?
No,
she be reading them.
What is it? I had seen this tweet or something that says something like, imagine K-Rican and what's her name?
Nunu, yeah.
And Nunu having a conversation. They said that, like, oh my god, like that would be. I would love to be in a room to hear them speak.
Yeah, that would be funny. Like, just to hear like the whole conversation, because it'll just be on 2x speed the whole time.
No, literally. But so far, like, I do like K-Rican. I feel like she is one of the ladies that is standing on business. But one thing I didn't like though was how she was telling everybody, "Let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath."
Like, hey. I understand you sick and all, but hey, you showed up to work today, so
okay.
you better come to work.
When the girls are ready to fight, the girls are ready to fight. We're not gonna stop the cameras for you. Come on.
So you should have called out sick if you were worried about your medical problems we having right now. It's time to work.
Elsie got in the paint and she got her ass whooped every single time, and she wanted to smoke every single time. So
exactly,
if she could do it, you could
deliver.
She probably was tired after fighting Elsie, because Elsie, I knew she was a lot. She had to have been a lot.
Yeah. Especially
Elsie ain't little.
I would say like, because I feel like K-Rican is definitely smaller than Elsie. So yeah.
But this look choice But you know, face mug, she got the mug, everything else teed. But as far as like, yeah, no, like you were saying before, like I don't feel like we really know too much of the ladies. What happened?
Yeah, I'm looking at the dress, and it's kind of like, I feel like it's like the there's like two. Like the curvature of the dress, it's like it looked like it was like edited weirdly. Because
it doesn't look like it was supposed to be made like that. It looks
yeah, like it looks like she has like pads in or something like on her waist just because of how much it comes out.
So you're saying she a drag queen?
You know, she could be a queen, but there's nothing wrong with that. But, the outfit is a choice. It looks more like a funeral outfit to me.
Yeah, she's killing these hoes. That's why.
Okay, yeah. Elsie. That's it.
And I Elsie. But yeah, no, I like you were saying, like I don't feel like we know too much of these ladies, so it feels kind of weird to talk about them when we don't really know too much, you know. So
yeah.
We can go
Hopefully
on
more
to
come.
right. We'll see. I'm sure it seemed like she gonna get herself into a lot. So
yeah, I can tell just by her mouth. So
and not even just that. It seemed like just Summer just has different motives.
Yeah, because her and Summer did fight. Summer hit her in the head with that little thing. Into this last episode.
So we gonna see, Chad. But
yeah,
that leads us to our next girl, Miss Fauna.
Okay, not Fanta.
Listen, not Fanya, not Fania. It's not
Fanya.
Okay. Don't fuck up her name now, cause she will sick her bitches on you. Okay.
Okay. Immediately.
But yeah, no. What do you think of Fauna? This whole last episode, I feel like was her breaking, like, you know, her star moment. Like I feel like Lex made her a star this last episode.
Yeah, with the fight, I was like, "Dang, girl, I said she's just trying to break it up."
Yeah, no,
you know, she came over there, and then she had to jump a little bit when she was trying to like reach Lex's head, so that was even a little bit more funny when she was trying to hit her. But I think she's like really pretty, also. And then also like the outfit that she has, like in the look for the little promo. I like the accessories. Again, the dress, like it's not bad, but I wish it was just like more Africa. Like for Caribbean, I feel like they all came in. Like I know there was like a central theme, but I feel like it was just a little bit more cohesive and coordinated.
Yeah,
with the theme of the show.
Yeah, no. I'm still warming up to her. I really don't know much outside the fact that like she will defend tooth and nail for her name. You know, so she definitely stands on principle. Yeah, she don't play about that shit. But it's interesting how no, me too, but I just found it interesting that I feel like, why is she fighting Lex and she's not fighting Summer?
Yeah, I found that very interesting too, because like I'm like, Summer is the one that is kind of the start or the cause of all of this anyway, so it's like I feel like
no, that was Cold Killer. Yeah, that was I need to see her fight Summer. I need her to fight Summer off this dang principle shit if she gonna fight everybody. So but yeah, no, I'm curious to see what else she's gonna bring. But then we start moving into our OGs. Oh, yay. We got DTV. So how do you feel about Miss Diamond the Baddie?
Hey, we love Diamond. Okay, I love Diamond since she was introduced on Caribbean. Like, I feel like she knows like what she's doing. Like, she was made for reality TV. She knows how to perform. She came to work.
Yeah.
Okay, we can take notes.
That's a woman who comes in and clocks in.
No, literally. We love Diamond. The Baddie, it's bodying every time. And you know what? Win, lose, or draw, she's still gonna look good. She gonna talk her shit, and she gonna get that bag at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I love her. She's a certified troll. Like I love someone who can just troll and, like, you know, enjoy it.
And does
like,
it so well, like,
and
like it makes you want to
amazing.
keep watching it, like instead of it being like annoying, like she does it in a way to where it's entertaining.
Right, because I feel like, you know, Smiley also was a troll, but it wasn't to the level of like understanding where we kind of wanted her to keep doing it. Like, you know, like Diamond the Body is a funny ass troll, and like, you know, she's doing it for the clickbait. She's doing it for the audience's attention, and she does it really well. Like we obviously love her, like, you know, so I'm super happy that she's returned back this season, even though she had those problems with Natalie. And I'm happy that if not Anna, like it's also her. Like, you know, like I'm happy that she definitely stuck it out, and I'm excited to see what else she's gonna be doing this season, because I already know she's gonna be on bullshit, and I'm just super excited.
And like the outfit, like for the promo shoot, looks so good. I love it. I feel like it's African inspired. Like I feel like it's very.
She's been like the only one in theme for real. Like even down to the confessionals. Like even her confessional look, she's been in African themes.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I feel like Natalie and Lex has too a little bit, but I feel like Diamond and them just executing it a lot better.
Yeah, and I know Bad Dolly too.
Oh, so.
Yeah, something. But yeah, next we have Miss Pretty P. Okay. That's my girl. Pretty P is so fucking entertaining. I love her every time she comes onto my screen.
She is very funny with the show. I feel like she brings a very like unique comic relief like in the show overall, and she's so like I feel like she brings something different. And I'm so glad that they brought her back this season.
Because they weren't going to.
No, literally, and she definitely deserved more screen time last season. I feel like she didn't even get to really develop like the beef system that she had.
Yeah.
So it was really.
They low-key be doing her dirty. The production. They just be like over there and be funny.
No, literally. Say something funny.
Right. But I do like this little look that she got on this photo from her Instagram. She lives up to her name. She is a pretty. She's really really.
She is definitely a pretty girl. Yes, she looks good.
But I'm excited to see what else she's gonna be doing this season. I hope she get into some fades because I loved it.
No,
she actually know how to fight too. So like I'm excited to see what else she's gonna be doing.
Oh no, the one with Summer. I ain't gonna lie. It was. You know, it just wasn't her night that night. But I feel like she does definitely get in the pain. She can hold her own though, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what else like she's gonna be doing this season. But yeah, no, we can go on to the next girl, and it's Summer, none other, a controversial queen.
Okay. I feel like she is like the villainous version of the troll like aspect that's like I feel like tries to bring into the show.
Yeah, I don't think she knows like how to do it in a way that like makes her still look good. You know, it gives it like, you know, some people like you can be like a good bitch, like, you know, like Mistress, for example, from Drag Race, you know.
Yeah,
that's a good example of her being a bitch, but she's like being a bitch and everybody knows around her that she's being a bitch, so like everybody just accepts it. Summer, nobody really fucks with her, and then she's on top of that, she's also a bitch, so it's just like
But you know, the crazy thing is I do admire the consistency. Like she's gonna keep it up like no matter what. Like that's something that is shocking, that I feel like is that she does keep it up. So it's like, I mean, they did bring you back for a reason, so I mean, hey.
Yeah, no, definitely. Honestly, I was not super excited to see her back. You know, she does bring an element to the show, you know, but it's probably not one of my favorite elements. You can just tell also like she's young. And she's very in that like young mindset, and she just came into money type, you know, like it definitely gives that.
But they say what Tashiki said, they gave the wrong ghetto bitch money.
Okay, no, literally. So
Yeah, no, I don't want to continue saying.
No, that's okay. I feel like I don't agree with a lot of things she does say, some of the out of pocket things that she does say, but I feel like I just don't really tolerate. Like, it's like she's there, but to me, it's like she really not there. I don't know. It's weird. It's like one of those like annoying siblings that you just kind of ignore in a way, but they're still there. Still,
no, that's like the best analogy to put it through, like, because that's literally what it gives. Like, it gives like younger sibling vibes, and it's like, okay, girl, like, relax.
But I will say the confessional looks this season, they've been on point.
Yeah, she's been
looking good.
Yeah. She finally
you can
got
tell
her
she
hair
got
and
some
makeup
money.
together. Yeah,
she got some money. she got more than that pink wig now.
No, literally. Yeah, all last season she wore nothing but a pink wig, child, and that wig was going through it.
Hey, it went from this long wig to little bob.
Yeah, she styled the fuck out of that.
Okay.
But next, we have Baddie.
My girl, Bad Dog from the big old M.I. quickly I. No.
M.I. quickly
I'm dead.
No, but yeah, that's your girl. Like, why do you like her so much? Not saying that I don't like her, but like, why do you like her so much?
I feel like just because she just reminds me so much of like back home, I feel like it's what naturally like drew me to her. And then like during the auditions, like I feel like she was one person from the audition that I actually like remember, which I also found interesting, like going through the show when we was watching the auditions for Midwest. So I just wish sometimes that she would go about certain things a little bit better, but I'm still not gonna take away from my like for her from the show and what she brings.
Okay, period. Yeah, no, I like her too somewhat. Honestly, I think I like these ladies individually. I don't like them when they're grouped up.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Like,
yeah, when they're all together, it's chaos. It's fast.
Yeah, it's not my fave. Like, I don't like them together. But separately, like as individuals, I do like Bad Dolly. She is definitely lives up to her name as bad. Like, she's bad.
Okay, she's bad. She is bad.
Yeah.
Now when that wig go up,
but no, like I think this look that she's also wearing in this promo look is amazing too. She looks good, tailored to her body for sure.
It definitely is, and I like the shells that she put
in her hair.
Yeah.
But no, regardless to see like. I like the way that she moved this last episode. You know, she was trying to right her wrongs and like she apologized to Pretty P try to move on with her. She apologized to Ivory and try to move on with her. And it seems
I really enjoyed that because I feel like her and Ivory would be kind of good together in the show. Like I wish they would have showed that a little bit more because they will always talk about how they didn't have this beef or whatever and whatnot. But I wish they would have showed that a little bit more in the show, especially like last season. I feel like it would have also gave it a better storyline for when they were fighting because like it kind of came out of like nowhere and out of the blue when they were getting into these altercations like throughout the show. But yeah,
no, I agree. But that moves us to the next girl of the big three, Big Legs.
Another fave. What can I say? I'm a fan.
Yeah, no. Again, I like her by herself. I don't like her when she's with the trio. Like,
yeah.
I think when she gets to the trio, her common sense just goes out the fucking window. Like, you know,
I'm
like
there.
I like her.
I would say though, I feel like she's been handling it a little bit better this season compared to like last season. Like she hasn't really been trying to involve herself like as much with what the drama that like Dolly and Summer has going on, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So I'm hoping that like she can continue that up this season because like I feel like all last season she was kind of unbearable. Like it's no shade. It was hard for me to like get to like her because it just felt like she was doing just entirely too fucking much.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I really hope like this season, yeah, she does kind of come into her own, especially like now that she kind of doesn't have the Jayla storyline like anymore. I really hope like she can bring stuff, cause I follow her on social media and everything. I really like.
Oh, I know.
I feel like there is some. Oh, okay. I feel like there is something like she can actually bring to the show, so I'm like hoping that we kind of get to see that this season.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
You like her a little bit too much for my liking.
Hey, she a baddie. What do you mean?
But yeah, no, I do like this fit that she also has on. It's a cute little pink look. I love when she does her hair. I like because she has like really nice, pretty hair. So
yeah, and they always be clowning her for her little butterfly because they cute.
Yeah. Oh. So now her hair cute too.
You literally just complimented her hair.
Keep it cute.
I am.
Don't get beat up on this podcast, boy.
I'm dead.
Nah, but next we have my fave. My baby. Miss Anna Mac. I love her so much. I'm so sad that she won't be here this season.
But when she was here, she ate it up. Okay,
she handled her shit. Okay, like she's the only bitch that could fight Natalie and still get a couple more episodes after that. Like,
no, literally, and they still want her back. So
right, like, come on. But
it's so crazy. Like just going into it like a little side segue. Like I really didn't think that they would actually like let it happen and like get to that point. And it was so interesting because like she even came on like social media and was saying how like she even had like a conversation with production and when they were saying like, and it was a video that I guess that was going viral with production, Natalie and Anna talking like outside of I guess like wherever they were getting ready to film. And she was saying during that interaction, they were saying like that they weren't going to put their hands on each other. They were going to have a civil conversation. And like, that's what even production was like agreeing on them with. And like the fact that they actually let them throw it, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, I you gotta send me that video. I didn't know something like that came out.
Oh yeah, I have to find it on Twitter. Yeah.
But I am really sad that she won't be here this season. She's been my favorite baddie. Like,
yeah, I will say she definitely is top 3.
She pops her shit. She has the hands to back it up, and she'll stand on it every time. You know, like
every time, no matter how tall or big you are. Okay.
Yeah, she gonna get in the paint and
every time.
And also like I like the fact that she also rides for her friends. Like, you know, she's very, very big on that principle as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it makes me sad to see her go. Hopefully she'll be back next season. So the next baddie that we have is Miss Roly Poly Snacks Meals. I love me some Roly. I love Roly. I'm so happy to see her back. I think her body is just so teed. She just looks good. She looks like she just
does.
has that like fresh
Zeus
energy.
Finally giving her that check. Okay.
No, literally, and it's clearing this time. Okay. But yeah,
body
no,
I'm good.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite baddies. I'm so happy to see her back. What do you think about Miss Roly?
Say them knees though. They still not. But it's okay.
You said she stand like this.
Okay, greater than a less than. Okay.
No,
but no, I love Roly. She brings the quintessential to baddies. Like she is the OGs of OGs. Love her down. She looks good in the promo picture too. Like makeup, faces beat, hair is laid. I even like the little necklace that she has. It's so cute.
Yeah, I love the ring that she has too. It's cute. But just like we were talking about a little bit earlier too, that, you know, she's been in the reality TV space for like a minute now. You know, she had her start with, what is it, like Jerry Springer, where she was doing all that crazy shit and like pouring milk or
oatmeal, whatever the hell that was. That was crazy, but. She's came a long way, you know?
Right.
and that's all that matters. True growth.
Yeah,
but,
and just to her getting the origin of her name is Roly Poly Snacks Meals. Like, that is a crazy ass name.
No, literally. And she stood beside it. You know, it was clearing the check. That's what it was.
It really was Miss Rolly. Yeah, no, Rolly. Rolly's such a household name now. Like, you know, like, and especially because Meg included her in her song. I'm sure that, like, you know,
she did. I listened to it earlier today.
What's the bar? She goes, "Baddie, make a whole bad like Rolly."
Okay.
Like, no, that's so tea. Like, I think that's really, really cool. And she's basically been from like the new wave of baddies. Like when it moved from ATL, like, and it started with South. Like, she was one of the OG baddies. So it's good to
like
see somebody.
She's been there since then. Like, she's been like just so consistent like throughout the series, and she brings it like every season. Now I will say, I wasn't a whole fan of like the Slim situation. I just didn't really
you
like
did say
to
that
see
you were
it
gonna bring
play
this
out.
back up. Yeah, wake it up.
I did want to bring it back up. Like, I just didn't really like to see. I didn't like the way that it played out on TV. But aside from that, like, I feel like, you know, Rolly, she's gonna give it every time, and I really hope that, like, you know, we get some of the OG, you know, Rolly back, like when she was actually in there and like in the pack.
You said I'm talking about it.
No, literally. But I'm excited, especially like the fight between her and like Russian Cream. I'm looking forward to see how that unfolds.
You keep hyping up this fight. Do you think that there's really going to be a problem between them?
Yeah, like I can see. I'm just like, I peep. You know, I feel like I'm starting to understand the algorithm of Zeus and like how they got the show going. So I'm curious to see how much unfolds.
I'm weak. What's not the Zeus algorithm? What's the Zeus algorithm?
I don't know. I've just been, you know, typing it up and putting it all in my calculator and just getting it going with the production. You know, I may actually work for production. Actually, I don't know.
Will you now?
That may be what's happening. I think that's what's happening.
So you're a producer now,
right?
So you got so you got my degree.
Well, yes.
Okay. But anyways, like, I'm excited to see what role he's gonna be bringing this season. It would be kind of interesting to see if her and Russian Cream actually do get into an altercation. But personally, like, I don't know if I'll actually see one. I feel like Russian Cream gonna pussy out, if I'm being real. Like,
you think so?
I think so. I don't think Russian Cream gonna. I don't know if she gonna step to the girl. That's the queen.
That is true, but we'll see. I don't know. These new girls, they're a different breed.
That's true. But anyways, that brings us on to Miss Scotty with the Baddie. Yes.
Okay.
I love you some Scotty.
Every time, okay?
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been like a bad Scotty look. Like, you know, like.
That's true. Well, I don't know. When she was trying to do the transition between the little blonde, like the half ombre, half blonde type, I was like, girl,
and then it became just blonde and then brown.
No, literally, I was like, girl, we gotta pick something. Pick one of the colors, okay? I don't know if we need all of them, but no, Scotty always looks really good.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting because for those who don't really like know Zeus or know Scotty, you know, like there's the whole rumors with her and Lemmy.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
Being together canoodling, you know, and as you may or may not know, Mr. Lemmy happens to be the CEO of Zeus, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he has a girl, like, you know, is Janisha, and Janisha is the one who hosts the reunions. So
I don't know. Like, they've been saying they're not together. I don't know
if they're like together or not, but like, you know, their posts, like, I don't think they've taken each other off of Instagram. Like, and their Instagram posts are very incriminating and very much leading towards that's my man, thank you my man for everything he's done for me, like, you know, things like that.
But and honestly, I feel like they be kind of playing into it a little bit. Like, they be low-key trolling Scotty and Lemmy, like, with just the whole thing. You know?
So you think that like Zeus is like kind of like in on the fact that like they have this little fake thing going on, or do you think that like they actually have something going on and it's kind of like, okay, well, let's just play it up because people think that it's not real in the first place, you know? Like do you believe it?
Yes.
Do you think that they're like interacting with each other like that? Like, I
don't know. I could see it happening, but like if it did happen, it wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that there is, because obviously there hasn't been like any concrete solidified evidence. But like, I feel like if it was true, then it just wouldn't surprise me that it was happening.
But I hope that something like that isn't happening, because I would like to think that, like, you know, Scotty has any man that she can basically get on the planet, and like I would hope that she wouldn't just go for her boss. But But yeah, no, I love Scotland. I would love to do a photo shoot with you whenever you're free. I've reached out.
I want to be there so I can see.
I've reached out to you in your DMs. You know, please respond. I would love to work with you. I feel like we could make some magic and make some shit shake. Cause girl, you're a baddie. Like, definition textbook baddie. Okay.
Literally.
And I'm excited.
Never boring, okay?
No, never boring. Never boring. But I'm excited to see what she's gonna bring this season, because you can tell that, like, it's gonna be her and Natalie kind of going at it again. But, like, you know, this time I feel like
it's different. Yeah,
it's different this time. You know, you can tell, like, she's definitely standing on her own and coming into her own. And that's, like, separate from Natalie, and I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah, don't
Natalie
we start to see the beginning?
Yeah,
don't we start to see the beginning? I'm dead. Don't we start to see the beginning of it within this new episode that's coming out?
You know, Zeus likes to hype things up, and it barely have a second in the episode, so we gonna see.
That's true.
But then that brings us to the HBIC, the head bitch in charge. Okay, Ms. Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't check me. Okay, she said. So. I don't know. I love me some Natalie. Like, honestly, she's really just the head bitch in charge. Like, I'm so sorry. Like,
she is.
Like, that's CEO, boss baddie. Like, nothing's gonna touch her. Like, no matter how many fights she gets into, no matter how many arguments she gets into, baddies is her shit. So she's gonna run it however the fuck she wants to run it.
Literally, however she wants.
And I live for it. Like, I love that, like, you know, one, I also feel like she's also coming into her own as a boss, because I feel like she's always rode the fine line between, like, okay, well, I know I'm on the cast, but I also know I'm their boss, but, like, you can also, like, be a boss baddie. Like, when I think about it, I think about, like, Jocelyn's Cabaret, in the sense where, like, you know, the girls ultimately respect Jocelyn, and they don't want to try her because of the opportunity. And I feel like because Natalie has so much close proximity to the girls, like, the girls aren't respecting her and her title as much, you know, like.
She's like, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not dealing with the shit. Like,
right. And that's why I feel like Natalie should handle it. Like, you know, like, let the girls have their shine. We love Natalie, you know, and, like, she's always gonna bring the drama every time she's in the scene, because, you know, hence the fucking, like, house meetings every time, like, she gets into the room. Literally. Like, the girls always gonna have.
So what is going on? Like, who? Why are you guys beefing?
Can we go out tonight? Can we go out tonight? Like, whatever problems you guys have out, do it right now before we go to the club. Like,
no, literally. Is there anything else anybody wants to get off their chest?
But no, like, she's.
Hold on, one more. I'm so done. Like, I'm so done.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? No, Natalie's iconic. Like, she's truly iconic.
No, literally.
But yeah, no, like, I would love to see her and kind of do the Jocelyn, where she takes a step back and really only interacts with the girls, like, here and there, versus, like, always constantly being in the house. Like, you know, I feel like that would help a lot more. Like, you know, what if, like, Natalie literally only met them at the outings, or only met them at the, like, club, and, like, you know, like, I feel like that would add such a different dynamic to the show as well, you know. But regardless, like, I love when she comes into the scene, because it's Natalie. Come on, like, you know,
and it's always gonna go down, no matter what, every time.
Regardless. But what do you think of Natalie this season in comparison to, like, the other seasons?
I feel like it's a little bit different. Like, I feel like she's coming in. I feel like as she's slowly, like, going throughout the series, just in all, I feel like she's kind of been, like, you can tell she's kind of been slowly taking herself out of that, like, sort of, like, cast role. So I'm just, like, waiting to see when it's just, like where she takes herself all the way out, where it's just like you kind of, like you said, where she only shows up, like, at the bookings or at the venues or something, or only comes in the house and interacts with the girls. Like, so often whenever they have an activity or something. So I'm trying to see if is it going to be this season or like what is it, like trying to see like what, if not, then what else is she gonna like give us this season.
Yeah, I only say that because like, okay, if we're being completely honest, she rarely gets into the paint, you know. And like I don't want to
now that you say that, she does barely fight like now, which is why it's like, girl, like
I'm not fighting
literally like just completely remove yourself now,
right? Because like I don't want to hear like complaining all day, like, you know, I don't want to hear bickering, I don't want to hear that, like, no, we watch our baddies,
been there, done that, like,
right, we ready to see some fades, like, you be like, I'm ready to see some fades. So like, Natalie, if
what are we gonna do?
Paint,
okay.
Like,
what do you want to do?
Paint, like, you know, I would love to see her get in the paint more, but if not, like, then honestly, respectfully, just get behind the camera.
I'm dead. Not get behind. I would say get behind, but
like she's the EP. Like, let's just be an EP and just be behind the camera. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be on screen.
Like, that's real.
So, but yeah, no. I mean, that concludes our list of ladies from this cast of Baddies Africa. Is there any like final thoughts about the season, or like anything you're looking forward to from like the mid-season trailers, or like anything? Like, what are you more expectant from Baddies Africa?
I feel like it's gonna be a lot different. So I'm curious to see like how does the interaction goes like when they are actually like out in the culture, because like all this stuff has been unfolding in the house. So I'm kind of curious to see how the interactions go like when they're actually in public, and like we're getting some footage of that. But I'm also curious to see when some of these like new mystery girls that we've been like seeing in some of the trailers, that's like trying to come in and take spots, like Diamonds and I can't remember who else was also fighting for it. But so I'm kind of curious to see how that unfolds and where that all comes into play.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm excited to see them just like interact with like African culture and things like that. Like, hopefully they will get a chance to like appreciate it, and hopefully they won't like, you know, fuck around and not get to like. I really liked how in Caribbean, like when we went to the DR and like they went to that little market, like they walked around the city and things like that. I thought that was actually really cool because you got to see them like interact with locals and things like that. Exactly. So I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit more of that this season. But regardless, like I also am excited to see what other ladies are gonna be bringing this season. I also didn't include one baddie in here because she hasn't been onto the show yet, so we don't really know too much about her. But I'll insert her picture right here. But it's Choco Brown. She's supposed to be one of the other African baddies that is going to be introduced a little later. And I know that she comes in and wakes it up a little bit as well. So outside of her, I don't think there's just any more additions to the cast. I mean, we have the like celebrity guests and other people that will come throughout the season. But when they come, we can, we'll talk about them as they come. But anyways, that concludes the episode. So I just want to say thank you, Bae, for, you know, just having this conversation with me. I feel like this is just how our baddies conversations normally go, just without the structure.
We gotta have a little debrief after every episode. So literally. It's been great. Thanks for inviting me. I feel like, you know, my dreams came true because I'm such a big fan of yours. So I really appreciate you bringing me on the podcast.
Of course. Thank you for answering the call, babe. I love you.
I love you too, babe.
But okay, if the people want to follow you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter, just at Chutavion, Chutavion. I have a TikTok too, same handle, but I don't really be on TikTok. Let me just be real. I don't even be on that no more. So, but yeah, outside that too.
Okay. And anything new and exciting coming up soon?
No, just to finish these little applications, child. I'm in the process of applying to mid school, so, you know, the journey continues. So I'm excited, yet nervously anxious to see what unfolds.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for you, Ben. I'm really proud of you. But
thank you so much.
No, thank you again for coming and joining me for this conversation.
And I also want to say shout out to everybody who watched today's episode. Just, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We also have a Patreon. Yes, and we also have a Patreon, so make sure to hit the description box below. Subscribe to our Patreon, as we'll be posting more content and more exclusive content there. And I also film All Talk with All Hands still, and that releases every Monday, so be sure to be on the lookout for those episodes, as well as more episodes of Reali-Tea with me, your host Yuli. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm watching.
Yes, subscribe to my man.
But yeah, no, until the next one, guys. Bye.
See you guys.